If your power goes out, remain calm.
Alright, YouTube. Well, I got something in my throat. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Stan. Finally back with another video. First things first, I've been out of commission for a minute. Really been missing YouTube. Making this video right this second is making me feel so much better with everything that I've had going on. I've had a lot going on, but hopefully I'm back to what I do, back having fun, because I love doing this stuff. I love making these videos, especially about this thing right here. Newest update that I haven't really updated you on is the 6 liters in the truck. It runs, it drives, new torque converter, a whole bunch of stuff with the truck. And the biggest thing, or the biggest piece of the puzzle of my disappearance, is the truck right now, right this second, is in Houston, Texas. So I probably made a video about it. My last video about my business and everything, I can't remember what I made in that video, but anyways, long story short, I moved to Houston. So the truck's here, the Camaro's here, everything's here. I'm here. So if you're watching this video and you know, I've had a lot of guys comment in the past, especially about this truck, like, oh, I'm in Houston, I wish I could see the truck. Not to say that I'm about to go meet everybody, but stay tuned for the next video, because I have some things that I want to do for everyone who's subscribed to the channel currently and who watches this. So if you're watching this first, you're one of the first people to watch this, give this video a thumbs up and like this video, or I already said like it, but drop a comment, because y'all are the real ones. Y'all are the ones that probably have notifications on. If you don't have notifications on, keep them on, because there's some big stuff with this thing behind me. So without further ado, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it, but I might make a proper video about it later on. So we'll see how far I go with this one. All right, so first things first, please give me a break if this video sucks. It's my first video I've made since the beginning of the year, I guess. So give me a break. But anyways, here it is. You know, the same 02 Silverado that we've had since, you know, my first video. But besides that, the paint on the hood is faded. That's just what happens to these trucks, you know. This truck has spent a lot of time outside in the sun, so it's not in tip-top shape. It is still very clean. I'm very proud of it, but there's definitely some things I want to address. But the biggest thing, just the truck as a whole. So I'll give you a quick rundown on the update of the truck. So, like, for example, you know, I got clear headlights on the truck now. Whoop-de-doo, nothing too special. Same old wheels that I've had since whenever. Don't ask me where I got them from. I got them off eBay a long time ago. One of the first mods that I did, and I have no clue how to tell you where to get them anymore. New set of tires on there, and the clear tail lights. Still kind of on the fence on the clear tail lights. With these wheels, I don't think it really works, but I probably will end up changing the wheels here soon. You probably can't see it, probably won't see it, but it's got cow tracks underneath. Let's see if I can make it work. Yeah, you can't see it, but it's cow tracks underneath. And QA1 shocks underneath, front and rear. So single adjustable QA1 shocks in the rear and up front. I have a video on that, a pretty good video on, I believe, the front. I'm not sure about the rear set, but that's that. But everything that I kind of built up to is under the hood, so let me pop the hood and talk to you about that. All right, so here it is. Walking up to it, pretty much everything looks the same, and that's because appearance wise, you know, nothing has really changed. But underneath everything is completely different, except for like the intake, the accessory drive, and you know, just, you know, the top end stuff. Everything's pretty much the same. But, and I think I'll probably have to make another video for this to kind of really break it down, because this is just really me just kind of giving you guys some update and some info. But if you've seen the videos, that's a 6-liter block. Of course, you can't hardly see anything inside of it, inside the engine bay, but that is a 6-liter, real legit 6-liter block inside this 02 single cab, rear wheel drive, not 4-wheel drive truck. So, like I said, it's a 6-liter block, but it's a built block. So we've got, you know, a stock LS crank. We'll start top to bottom. Stock LS crank, fresh bearings in it, main studs, Summit Racing LS rods with the pistons, forged rods and pistons. You know, some people say they're only good to 800, but then some people have 1200 horsepower on those rods. So we'll see how far. I mean, I probably won't take them to the max. But like I said, the bottom end fully built short block. We have Frankenstein heads, and let's see if you can see it. I mean, you've probably seen the video if you care about this truck any a little bit, but there's a Frankenstein logo down there, right? Frankenstein heads, ported Frankenstein 243 heads, not 317s, not 726s or whatever they are, 243s. They're not LS. They're basically, this is a LQ4 block. It's not an LQ9, which doesn't matter because the only difference is the pistons. I took the stock pistons out. It's got some pistons in it with the compression ratio that I wanted. With 243 heads, I believe the 243 heads are the ones that belong on an LQ9. The 317s belong on this original LQ4. But like I said, 243 heads, kind of give or take, doesn't really matter. You know, when you're building a performance application, you can kind of, the limitations of either head, you can kind of get over pretty quick. But with this engine, the camshaft and the pistons are, as far as compression and, you know, what the cam needs for compression, are spec to these heads with the CCs and the airflow that Frankenstein provided with the porting. It's a lot of, that's a mouthful, but that's just a breakdown of the heads and the cam. Cam motion cam from Cam Motion, it is the Titan 3 Cam Motion cam. I'm gonna make a video to give you a sound clip of the cam. Don't know when I'll do that, probably here in the next couple days. I got a lot of videos in my head, but like I said, Cam Motion cam. A lot of other good stuff from Texas Speed still, even though, you know, this truck has had it's had a Texas Speed cam in it, custom Texas Speed cam. It's had a Bullet Racing cam in it, and now we're on the Cam Motion. Cam Motion is the one for me right now. Like I said, Frankenstein heads. What else? ARP head studs, not bolts, just like the bottom end, studs, not bolts. The engine, you know, for what I'm gonna do with it, should be very, very strong. Fingers crossed, unless there's something wrong. But the guy that built this engine is the same guy that built the engine in my Camaro that makes basically almost 800 horsepower. Or, I mean, it makes mid 7s, but it's very, very tame. I can make it make 800 very, very easily. But besides that, the guy that built this engine is the same guy that built that engine in my Camaro. That engine in my Camaro has not given me one problem, nor has this engine so far. Any of the little issues are just teething issues that you have with any fresh build. So yeah, top end, fully built as well. It's got Frankenstein, no, it's got Texas Speed valve train in it, which rocker arms and bushings pretty much, with Texas Speed push rods. I think it might have Cam Motion push rods. I can't remember on the push rods. And then what headers are those? Speed Engineering headers with the Y pipe. Pretty good setup there. Got some 80 pound per hour fuel injectors in it now, only because it was out of fuel. The fuel pump in the truck, not the best fuel pump in the world, but for right now it's working perfectly fine. But I will have to switch it. I believe I added this Mighty Mouse catch cam before I did all this, but I cannot remember. And then, you know, you see my aeromotive stuff that's been there. Oh yeah, I finally got the 92mm throttle body to work. If you've seen my previous build, a lot of people have asked, you know, about throttle bodies, and because I've had different throttle bodies on this truck, but I finally got the 92 millimeter throttle body to work. That is not, see, I had a, long story short, I had a Holley throttle body on it because I have the Holley fuel rails. If you know anything about these intakes, this is a Holley intake without the Holley sniper on the top of it. That's a different story for a different day. I had a Holley throttle body that I thought could work on this intake, and it did work, but it didn't. So long story short, now I have a Holley 92 millimeter, not a Holley. I have a Summit Racing Holley 92 millimeter throttle body on this intake. If you don't know why I keep saying stuff like that, you just don't know, but someone who gets it gets it. ICT billet throttle body bracket, or throttle cable bracket. That's actually pretty clutch. I didn't even know they made that. I think I went to a car show and saw that. And then that's how I got on with that. Like I said, I don't even think I didn't know they made that, but it's like adjustable too. It rides on this little rail. That's pretty slick too. So maybe when maybe I'll give a deeper video. Drop a comment if you want to see a deeper video on the engine. Like, I have all the specs of the engine. Like I said, I'm gonna do a camshaft video specifically on the cam. So maybe I will just do that anyway. But drop a comment if you want to, like, if you want the details of how I did this. Cause like I said, I have the compression ratio. I have everything on this engine. I don't have it right off the top of my head right now, but let me know. So like I said, speed engineering, headers, and got a Melling high pressure oil pump in here. It had a good oil pump in it. The 5.3 had a good oil pump in it, but I just put a fresh unit in there. We're good to go. Oh yeah, AIT super dampener on there. That's pretty slick too. Just something to add to when we're going later on. When we go boost, you got to have it anyway. We got a big old ARP bolt down there as well. And the dual fans have been here for a while. Long story short, Attitude Streetcars had to kind of help me rewire that bad boy because those fans were pissed. Oh yeah, and Circle D. Now have a Circle D billet faced converter in the 4L80 now. This truck has a 4L80 in it as well. Forgot to mention that. 4L80, and like I said, Circle D billet face converter in there too. So that was another thing that we did with the fuel injectors on the second round of stuff. So now, in theory, this truck has everything that it needs. It's got a great converter in it. It's got the injectors that it needs. Really all I need, or I don't need to, but it's gonna happen eventually. Eventually this truck, if I get it to the power that I want, will probably destroy that rear end, because that rear end's already on borrowed time. So we'll get there when we get there. Only other thing I really need to do is I need to, I'm going to have to, the sprinklers came on and threw me off. And I think I thought I saw oil leak under the truck, but I think it's just the AC. Oh, I need to fix the exhaust. The exhaust, I think it has some exhaust leaks. Nobody's fault at all. We just kind of made shift something for a while, but like the exhaust dumps out under the truck right here in front of the axle. With the carbon mufflers, the TR mufflers that are still on it. Yeah, see that water? I thought that was an oil leak. I was about to have a panic attack, but we're good. I had the AC running. The AC works in this truck. For some reason, everybody thinks I don't have AC. AC works in this truck. It doesn't work all the time great, but when you're going down the road, it blows cold, it works fine. But get back to the exhaust. I have the carbon TR series mufflers on here, dual. Those still work. Obviously they still work, they're just mufflers. But it dumps underneath the truck. Maybe I could show it. Yeah, so it dumps underneath the truck right there. Like I said, that was just a makeshift. I kind of just need to redo that, probably from the Y pipes like right here on the truck. So probably from here back, dump over. All right. So like I said, if this video sucks, don't get mad at me, don't yell at me, I'm sorry. I promise I'll get back to the good videos. I'm gonna give you that sweet B-roll if I haven't already. Losing daylight, but I'm here. Like I said, Houston, Texas, your boy's here. 02 Silverado, 6-liter bumping and jumping. We're here. We're gonna get back in the flow of making videos, giving you guys what you want. We're not done with this truck. This truck is far from done. There's plenty that I want to do, and we'll get there. Maybe I can collab with some of the truck guys out here, but we'll see. That's not my aspiration. I just like making these videos for you guys. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up, like it, drop a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please watch. Probably the next 2 videos are gonna have a lot of information, maybe 2 or 3. One of them, like I said, I have something for you guys, for the people who are here first, here at the beginning. And I think you'll like it. I mean, you don't have a choice but to like it. It's literally, it won't cost you anything. So besides that, that's it. Peace. Everybody have a good day. I said peace. Like I just lagged right there. I'm out of here.